The Generous Host and the Woodcutter, a tale of two dignities. In a quiet desert village where the wind carried the scent of warm sand and distant acacia trees, there lived a man named Dara. People spoke of him with admiration. They said his heart was as open as the sky, and his generosity flowed like a spring that never ran dry. Whenever travelers passed through the village, Dara welcomed them with food, water, and a place to rest. He never asked for thanks. He never kept count. Giving was simply the way he lived. One year, after a particularly good harvest, Dara prepared a great feast. He slaughtered animals, baked bread, cooked rice, and invited everyone, rich and poor, young and old, villagers and strangers. The entire village gathered at his long table, laughing and eating under lanterns that swayed gently in the evening breeze. When the feast was under way, Dara stepped away for a moment to walk in the quiet desert. He liked to breathe alone for a few minutes, to let gratitude settle in his chest. As he walked, he noticed a man in the distance, a humble woodcutter, bent over a pile of dry branches he had gathered. His clothes were worn, his hands rough, but his movements were steady and purposeful. Dara approached him with a warm smile. "Friend," he said, "why do you not join the feast? Many have gathered, and there is food enough for all. Come and eat with us." The woodcutter looked up, his eyes calm and clear. "I thank you," he said, "but I cannot come." Dara was surprised. "Why not? You are welcome. Everyone is welcome." The woodcutter tied his bundle of sticks with a simple rope and spoke with quiet dignity. "The bread I eat must come from the work of my own hands. If I join your feast, I would owe you a kindness I cannot repay. And I prefer to carry only the weight of my own labor, not the weight of another man's generosity." Dara stood still. He, who had always believed that giving was the highest virtue, suddenly felt humbled. The woodcutter's words were simple, but they carried a strength he had never considered. The woodcutter lifted the bundle onto his back. "Greatness," he said gently, "is not only in giving. It is also in earning one's own bread with honesty. The food I buy with these sticks will taste sweeter to me than the richest feast offered freely." Dara watched him walk away, the desert wind brushing softly against the man's steady steps. And in that moment, Dara whispered to himself, "Today I met someone greater than me." He returned to the feast, but his heart was quieter, deeper. He understood now that nobility has many forms. Some shine through generosity. Others shine through self-reliance. Both are beautiful. Both are honorable. And so, Dara continued to give, but with a new respect for those who chose to stand on their own feet, even when comfort was offered freely. And so, dear listener, as you rest in this quiet moment, consider the many forms of nobility that exist in our world. There is nobility in the open hand that gives freely. There is nobility in the steady hand that earns its own bread. There is nobility in accepting help when we need it. There is nobility in standing on our own feet when we can. Both paths, the path of generous giving and the path of dignified self-reliance, lead toward the same horizon, a life lived with integrity, with respect for oneself and others. May you find your own path, walk it with honor, and respect all those who walk different paths with equal integrity. Let your breath slow like the desert wind at evening. Let your thoughts settle like sand after the day's heat. You are exactly where you need to be, learning and growing, giving or earning, helping or standing, all of it valuable, all of it worthy. All is well in this honest moment. All is well.